Hi everyone, welcome back for another process video. So today I'm starting a new kit that I made with the Doodlebug So Much Pun collection, and this had most of the baking items and things like that. So I just left everything that I put in the kit there on the screen for you guys to see. And I had these pictures from earlier this year. I don't know if I've mentioned, but I got my son for Christmas a calendar, you know, the daily calendars where you rip off each day, and it was the national holidays of the year, so there's a holiday for each year, and ironically this one was National Chocolate Cake Day, and I was going to a crop this day, so I'm like, oh bummer, sorry, I'm going to be gone. And but my husband, neatly enough, I thought was so great. I was at the crop, and after a while I got this text saying that, or with these pictures basically saying that he had taken the boys to the store, gotten everything they need, and made it a chocolate cake from scratch. And the boys really liked it, and the cake was delicious. So yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. So I'm going to scrapbook about this, and of course I thought these papers and these embellishments were absolutely perfect. You know, there's chocolate cake stickers and ephemera, so yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. So I wanted that to use a lot of that pattern paper there on the background that you can see. I didn't measure it, I just made sure to cut, since these were 4x6 photos, I made sure to cut them larger. And here I'm looking, I'm going to cut out most of it, but I just used my selfie printer to print these up. I need to order more photos. I usually order my photos through Shutterfly. I just haven't been very organized lately to do that. And so I am printing up, I don't know if you saw the one of the cake or not, or if that's coming up, but I printed these up, and then I realized I had missed a photo, and I accidentally printed two of the one photo, and so I just kind of messing around with that while I do this layout. So I'm keeping this main photo where both of my boys are smiling at the camera at 4x6, and I have already trimmed these photos down to 3 inches wide, and then I decided I wanted them a little shorter. I am following a sketch, I think, by Scrapbook Generation from one of their sketchbooks. And then he also sent me this photo of this cake, which I had also printed at 4x6, but I wanted it to be 2x2 size. But if I had trimmed the photo down that I had already printed, it wouldn't have shown much of the cake at the 2x2 size. So I just used my Canon selfie printer again to print it up at a smaller size, and it was pretty much perfect. I'm really glad that I changed it. So the main 4x6 photo here I am propping up with some foam dots, and this layout's going to get 4 pictures on it, and I love it. You're going to see me play around quite a bit with the clusters. It does take me a little bit of figuring out where I want everything to go, and I've mentioned in a past video that my printer hasn't been working very well, and I really wanted to print the journaling for this, so you won't see me do the journaling in the end, but there is a still photo in the end with the journaling, and all the journaling is going to say is basically the same thing I told you, where my husband went and got the stuff with the boys and they made a chocolate cake, and it was really good. So I am inking my edges with my brown chocolate ink, Close to My Heart ink, and I don't know if you saw a second ago, the only edge I didn't ink was the matte on that 4x6 photo. At first I was thinking I wouldn't ink the edges, but so I had gone ahead and glued that one down, and then I decided to ink all the other edges. But when the layout's done, it really doesn't matter because you don't even notice. So now I'm sticking these 2 photos, and I want them to be tucked behind the main photo there. And then I have this 2x2 photo, and I wanted it to go beneath the photo, but when I put it there, it didn't look very good. So I am going to put it so it covers a little bit of the corner of that 4x6 photo, and it kind of helps cover up part of the stove that's not really needed for the picture. So part of that 2x2 photo is flat, and the other part is propped up because of the foam tape that's behind the 4x6 photo. And sorry about the little bit of glare there. So these are all Doodlebug stickers, and I wanted to use brown, and I didn't realize I had these alphabet stickers from them, and I figured I would go ahead and use these ones up. And I'm going to play around a little bit with the title. I started to put it here above these two photos, and I just didn't feel like it stood out very much. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to do. I knew I wanted to find a small font for the word national, and then chocolate cake day I wanted to be in a regular size font. So I had this chocolate cake piece of ephemera, so I decided to put it there. The cake's not glued down, and again, my trick with gluing alphabet stickers down is to just kind of gently put the bottom of them down until I know where I want them to go for sure. And most of the time it works, you know. Every once in a while you'll get a really sticky font, but this is just a trick that works really well for me. So I didn't have an A, so I'm turning a Q into an A, and I'm going to put that down with all the rest of them. And I have to, it's funny because you'll see me in a moment kind of reach my hands above, and it's a little trick for you if you never know how to spell something. Well, I knew how to spell chocolate cake, but I wanted to make sure spelling it, since I was doing it backwards, I wanted to make sure I got it right. And so when I put my hand up just a second ago, that's where I keep my phone, and I just said chocolate to Siri, and she pops it up, and that really helps. So it fit perfect there with that piece of chocolate cake, and so I'm going to pop that up on foam tape since the photo is popped up on foam tape. And here's where you're going to see me move my clusters around quite a bit. Usually once I get the clusters started, I start gluing them down and I'm good to go. But this one I really kind of struggled a little bit, and there were so many cute elements that I wanted to use, and a couple of them, you know, they're smiley faces. I didn't want to cover up the smiley faces, and I did, and so I go back and forth. But I don't really have a visual triangle, I wouldn't say, of clusters on this one, but I didn't really care too much about that. I just played around until I liked where everything was. So this rolling pin, I am adding some foam tape behind it. It is a sticker, and you're going to see it move around quite a bit. I am going to go ahead and stick it down here in the left cluster, but I don't know, I can't remember if it stays, but there was this little bag of sugar sticker, and I thought it was really cute, and it kind of goes along, same thing with that oven up above, because you know you have to cook chocolate cake in the oven. And then there was this speech bubble that says "You take the cake," and I really liked that. I thought that would be cute for this. I've been really enjoying this collection. I feel like it's been a lot of fun. Alright, I had a little interruption there, so I do not remember at all what I was saying, but I definitely like all the elements that go with this page. I feel like all this chocolate bars and everything are just perfect, so I wanted to add a couple of just the chocolate bars. I thought about covering up the smiley face on this one on the right hand side and not worrying about the fact, I mean, as long as you could see the top of the chocolate bar, I wasn't going to worry about the smiley face, but you'll just see me. You can tell that I'm definitely having a hard time not only with where I want them to go, but what all I want to add on there, and where exactly I want the clusters, and where I'm going to add my journaling. I did find this little quote you can see that I placed on that small 2x2 photo with the heart, and I love it because it's pointing right at the cake, and I thought that was really cute, like I heart this cake or whatever. So I was very excited when I found that embellishment. So now I've decided to go ahead and glue some things down. I do end up putting this chocolate bar, instead of covering up the smiley face, I do put it in the front. I'm going to add a little foam tape since it's going to be sitting on top of the 4x6 photo a little bit. And I'm still playing around with "You Take the Cake," this sticker. I liked the idea that it was a quote bubble, and I thought I kind of wanted it to look like one of these smiley faces was saying that to, you know, or for the layout. You can tell what I mean, but I end up cutting off and making it not look like a quote bubble in a few minutes. And here I am playing with that rolling pin and moving it around, and the photos are a little bit dark, so that also was, I'm glad these papers, I feel like these papers kind of brightened them up, and you could see there, I did go ahead and ink the edges of that piece too, and that's where I cut off the little quote part, so it ends up just showing up like that. And I think this is pretty much going to be the layout. Oh no, wait, I am going to add some enamel stickers. They had some of their epoxy enamel stickers that were the chocolate bar stickers. I had some of those left. I think I had used most of those. Not the chocolate bar ones, but most of those stickers on the gumball layouts and the candy layouts. So here they are right here. But I decided to go ahead and use up all the chocolate bar ones since, you know, why not? So I'm going to place a few of those around and kind of trying to make sure I match the colors. If there was a lot of blue already in the cluster, then I wouldn't put the blue chocolate bar there, or if there was a lot of, you know, pink in that cluster. So, and I did add a couple of hearts around because I just really like the page and I thought the hearts went well and they're pink. So I'm looking at my small alphabet stickers. I thought I had some small Doodlebug ones, but apparently I didn't. So I'm going to use these ones. And I'm trying to remember, you know, of course, now that I want to know the name of who made these alphabet stickers, it's totally leaving my mind right now. So if you really want to know, they're very old. I've had them for quite a while. They came on a sheet of large ones. There was a bunch of different colors, and I just trimmed them down to go with my brown stickers. So I'm using these to put the word national, and you can see, since I decided not to worry about them being straight at all, since Chocolate Cake Day is not straight at all either, it's kind of a wonkiness to it. So I'm going to add a piece of foam tape underneath this enamel chocolate at the bottom so it'll stay still, and the still shots are coming up, and I hope you guys like this layout. A few more layouts and we'll be done with the So Much Pun. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. Thanks for watching, and hello to all my new subscribers. All right, thanks. Bye.